Going live, people. I don't know why. Pretty sure I don't have anything to do. Let's up a little bit. Let me get my other phone on. Let's see. Turn off center. Whatever. Just waiting for a few people to get here. How many people are here? Oh shoot, 6 people. Here we go. Sweet. Yes, David, to answer your question, no, you didn't miss me tonight. I really don't. I'm waiting on parts for projects. That blower, I'm waiting on the crank and a carburetor, and I have to get some circlips and seals. I got the bearings in though. Let's check and see. Great, I got stabbed by the bearing. So here's a 62. Here's the dead 6201. That's right, I'm not working down here. I'm working up here. Yeah. Yeah. Natchies, Japanese. So these should be better. I'll put those in the blower when I get that when I get all the parts. Hey guys. So just to let everybody know, you didn't miss anything tonight. I don't have a project. I just wanted to come on and let you guys know that right now I'm just waiting on parts. So if anybody's missing me or whatever, was expecting me tonight, then don't worry, I haven't gone anywhere, but there was nothing that you missed. Think of what's in the queue. 8 people here. Big announcement. The metal is here. My threaded rods are here. My threaded rods are here. I have 2 big long things of threaded rod. So tomorrow what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the chop saw set up, get all the rod cut, and then I'm going to work on getting that delivered down to the shoreline where the machinist is. Actually, the 2 machinists. 2 guys are going to tag team it, and they're going to make me up a whole slew of all kinds of different rods, everything that we need there. I've got plenty of the aluminum sleeves machined. Now, I just want everybody to know, keep in mind that I machined the sleeves myself on an old lathe, so they don't look quite as pretty as the previous batch, but they're completely functional. They'll be completely fine. Anybody have any questions? I have a pretty good signal here, so I'm seeing it pretty good. It's a bit of a delay as usual. Probably about a 10-second delay at this point. Anybody have any questions? Are we not live? Now we're live. Hang on. Let's see if it goes. Yeah, there we go. So is everybody missing me? Sorry. I'm trying to think of something I could do this evening that was interesting. And I have a good friend over. My buddy Danny is a nearly lifelong friend. He's over, and we've been chatting tonight. So I know it kind of messed up our plans here. How's the X-Torque? It runs. How much for the setup? For the tools, again, it depends on what kit you want, what you want to do with it. A regular, what I consider the main kit, is $170 shipped. I think I'll be able to hold that price point with the prices these guys are quoting me to get stuff done. I know I've got a lot of people on the list that I got to contact as soon as I get stuff in stock. I have not taken pre-orders this time because I didn't know exactly if I was going to be able to deliver or not. Before, with Kelby doing the machining, I knew I'd be able to deliver because I could just text him or send him a message and say, hey, I need X, Y, and Z, and it would show up a month later or whatever. But now, since it's 4 months later now, I haven't heard from him in 4 months, so obviously I need to find the new guys, and I did find the new guys, and they definitely have the equipment to do what we need to do. But I'm not taking a dime from anybody until I know I've got it all ready to rock, So, Eric and Tim, the main kit is $170 shipped. That will do like 90% of the saws that you need to do. The things it won't do. So, what saws will it do? Is a better way to, like an 026, 260, the 036s, 044s, 066s, and 660s. Those it'll do. So all the main old school steels, effectively. The Husky 346, the Husky 372s, 365s, 385, 390s, 3120s. Old school Husky, like a 262 XP, the 254, 257, 262 XP, the 272, 288, probably the 298s and the 2101s, but it should do those, but I haven't had anybody test them yet. What it won't do, the new 661, you need a specialty rod for, which I do have. The old school Husky 266s, you need a special rod for, which I have. A 576 XP, 570, 575, 576. Those it won't do. I have a special rod for those. Hey, Larry. What else? The 880. It will fit. The rods will fit, but you need a special sleeve on the PTO side because the 880 has an abnormally large PTO bearing. So it will do an 880, but you need an additional sleeve. So if you need additional rods, the 242, 242 XP, and 46, 40, 42s, that family of saw, that has odd stuff too. I have a specialty rod for that. So those do exist. Again, that's additional. If you need the specialty stuff. But for the most part, the main kit will do most of the stuff that you need it to do. It'll do a nice variety of things. I do have some, I'm going to make some 660 kits and some 372 kits that are specific to those saws. If you just want to put together 372s and 390s, then this will work beautifully for that. The downside to the specialty kits, like let's say a 372 rod or let's say a 660 rod, is they are very saw specific, and the rod becomes redundant later if you want to upgrade to a full kit. Is that a good enough explanation? Once you actually have the kit in your hands, if you get a main kit in your hands, try it on a single saw, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, now I get it. I understand what that guy's saying. Right now, everybody's like, oh, what the heck is he talking about? Yeah, the 288, yep, it'll do it. I put together the 181 with it, which is essentially the same as a 288. It's the same exact um, crank and bearing and main bearings. It's 6203 bearings, and the crank on the 181 is the same as a 281, 288, and a 394. Right, 394, 395 it'll do. The difference between crank and a 394 and a 395 is PTO side M12 by 1.25 left hand. The flywheel side is the difference. It's either M10 by 1 right hand or M8 by 1 right hand. So the kits that I have for specific saws, I have a 372, or I will have a 372 specific kit. I will have a 660 specific kit. The 660 specific kit is particularly popular. If you just want a 660 specific kit, it's the rod, the sleeve, nut washer, and a handle. That's $60 shipped. The video this morning was, it was this darn thing. This coil messed me all up. Spent 3 hours last night trying to figure this darn thing out. As it turns out, it's this coil instead of the carburetor. Carburetor's fine. Saw runs fine. Oh, perfect. Other questions? I'm super excited the metal's here. And I have the chop saw. I have a Evolution carbide tip chop saw that will do the threaded rod. Hopefully, I'm going to try it tomorrow. If I can set up a stop, I can just zing, zing, zing. It'll be good. I hope. Then off to the machinist. When I get the kits in, when I have everything delivered, I'll try to go through them again. I'll make an in-stock video. We'll do that live, hopefully too, and I will let everybody know that I've got them. Here's what you need. Really, what I need people to do is email me what saws they're going to be working on. So I'm always asking, what's the intended application? If somebody just works on Husky, well, that's fine, but you still need the whole main kit. I was thinking about trying to divide the kit somehow into like steel and Husky and make a Husky kit or a steel kit. It really doesn't work. So the only real way to work it was to make 4 main rods. So a flywheel rod at M8 and M10, which does most of the flywheel sides on most of the saws, except for the 242. Put that aside. Make a flywheel side rod, and then an M10, M12, and M14 rod for the clutch side, and all of those double enders with all the different combinations cover most of everything that people do. And so for that kit, that's $170 shipped to the United States. If anybody's international, then it gets kind of pricey. So to London is like $25. To Australia is $35. And if you're going internationally, I don't guarantee anything except that I ship it out. So you will get a tracking number. I just have no idea if it's going to get there. Other questions? If anybody's interested, here, let me put my email in here. If anybody wants any information, they can email me, and I'll send out the form letter that I've been sending out to everybody. Just remove the ampersands. The bearing supply company, the bearings are cheaper. Cheaper than what? I mean, I'm getting Natchi's. Well, I usually buy them in a group of 10, and if you buy them in a group of 10 for 6202s or 6203s, they're less than $5 a shot. That's pretty hard to beat. Sometimes they're less than $3 a shot. I'm sure I'm in Connecticut. I'm sure there's bearing supply houses here, but I just don't even bother. I go on eBay and pick them up in packs of 10, and they just ship them. No big deal. Other questions? Comments? I chatted a little online with Sean Carr today. He welded up the cases. Actually, he brought up a good point. I don't even know if there's a spot in here. The 394, the helicoil we were struggling with the other night, he was just saying just use the upper limiter bolt instead of the lower one. So, silly me. I don't even know if this this gas tank though has the cutout. Some of the older 394 setups don't have them. Don't have the cutout. They don't even have the hole here. And by the way, there's an upper limiter here too that you can use if this one strips out. I don't know. I tend to use the lower ones, but apparently they do strip out more often than the uppers. They're weaker. Yeah, Tim, if you got a good, source for bearings, I mean, go for it. I see no reason why, normal bearings, let's say 6202, 6203s, should be a whole lot more than a few bucks a piece, even for the nice ones, the Japanese ones. One of the problems with bearings, though, I know, I think SKF is one of the really big companies. And apparently there's counterfeit bearings is a thing, like a significant thing that they deal with all the time. I find that fascinating. You have to think about why would anybody counterfeit bearings, but they do, to millions of dollars, and you end up with all kinds of damage. "15 people here," even though this is a video about nothing. This is Seinfeld. Anybody have any other questions? Put them in the comments section. Aircraft style bearings. I don't know what you mean aircraft style bearings. Shielded, sealed, shielded. What are you talking? I mean, bearing said made in Singapore. I think SKF has a factory in India. I think that's like the original factory or something like that. Other than that, there's probably one in France, or I forget what the deal was. Please don't quote me on any of that. But how about dominant saw ceramic? I actually have a set of ceramic bearings. They're hybrid ceramics in Husky 350. I am not sure they make a hoot of difference. Here comes Danny. We're live.
Can I have this one?
Can you have that one? No. Whose is that one? That one's that 200T is Steve's. So I monitor.
It's a good delay.
Yeah, it's a bit of a delay, but I monitor everybody's questions. David Lefevre. Dave, no, I'm not opening
He's
that 394
giving me this
muffler.
one.
No, I'm not giving you that one. You can't have it.
He's giving me this one today. Lucky.
I'll bet Wiseco Do they really make their own bearings for it's not for 372, it's 6202 bearings. 6202 bearings are what the 372 needs. I cannot possibly imagine there's anybody custom making anything, because you can buy hybrid ceramics. And actually, Brad Snelling has a comment on that about the different types of ceramic balls that are in there, and one deteriorates fairly rapidly and one doesn't, and I forget which one is which. I think I bought the wrong ones, but my 350 is still going. We have a Tyranny company, Ansel. Yeah, they make a high dome piston kit. Maybe the piston's great. I don't know. I can cut a pop-up myself and, you know, machine a case, and I don't have to pay any extra for it.
How many viewers do you have right now?
13.
13 viewers. You get a free saw if you can tell us
Come on.
what saw
No, he doesn't.
This little part here is from.
I bet somebody can. Hold
Hey.
that up. Let's see who
Free
gets it.
saw.
Nobody gets a free saw.
No, you get a free saw. We didn't say what kind of saw. We didn't say what kind of saw. Could be beautiful. Could be a junk.
A wild thing. No, David. David Lefebvre is funny. He's been here a few times.
Oh, good. So he appreciates this.
David appreciate. You know what David appreciates? A muffler that has an enormous opening in it.
He appreciates a little comedy on the Chainsaw Talk.
No, David, you're wrong. The other David, you're wrong. I don't know where Danny wandered off to. Yes, loud. 12 people. Actually, now I'm kind of curious if anybody can get this. Let me see if I can hold this up so people can see it. Yeah, now my phone's buffering. Anybody? Dan can't walk in here either. Now we got two people in a place you can't walk.
Oh, there's plenty of room in here.
Is it some type of intake? Yes, it's an intake.
Plenty of room.
It's an intake boot. It's got a tab on the side of it for an impulse line. Anybody?
Saw trivia.
Down to 10 people. Everybody's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry, I'll leave.
Dennis, you're right. You got it. You get
All
a
right.
star for the night.
No, I'll give you a saw. Just send me your address, and I'll send it out to you.
372, but not the 385. It will fit on a 385 probably, but I think you need. I think the 385 it doesn't have the tab on the side. I don't know what Danny's offering.
It might be a musical saw that you play. You know, like good old handhold grandpa saw. You know, maybe a two-man saw. It might just be a Fisher Price saw. Who knows?
Danny's kind of an all-around guy. He actually has one of my 394s,
Man, I cut down your big pine.
among other things. And you cut down the big pine in the back. Yeah,
6 hours in that tree.
He was in the tree for 6 hours. Well, that was a big job. Want to port a 371? I guess I can. I'm expensive though, David. You know that. All right, I gotta go. I got enough fooling around, guys. I will be back as soon as I can. I gotta go spend some time with Danny here. Yeah, nah. Do I want to do it for the heck of it? No, I don't. David, it's good seeing you. I'm sure that 371 is going to show up at my shop sooner or later. It will happen anyway. David can't help himself. Okay. We'll see you guys as soon as I can tomorrow, sometime, whatever. If I find something to do, I'll let you know. We'll see you.